Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's entertainment is something very special and very old. Tonight, we are going to be looking at the channel Nana825763, also known as the creator behind username 666. Now, if you don't know what username 666 was, it was a video and creepypasta circulating around the late 2000s and early 2010s. It's one of the older creepypastas that we are going to be taking a look at, as well as one of the oldest channels we'll be looking at. Without further ado, let's get right into Nana825763. To begin our journey into this channel, we are going to look at this first video titled Username 666. It's the one that everyone knows pretty well. It's the one that went fairly viral back in the 2000s. And then after that, we're gonna delve into a lesser known video that they made, a sequel, if you will, titled Another YouTube. But with that out of the way, let's hop into username 666. The video starts off with the uploader going to youtube.com and typing username 666. After they do that, it brings up this account is suspended notice. Now, what made this story so believable back in 2008 was if you go to youtube.com and then go search up the user 666 in the URL bar, it will in fact say this user is suspended. Now, the common belief nowadays is that it's suspended just to prevent people from using the username. But back then, with this kind of video, people weren't so sure. After refreshing the page on that 666 suspended webpage, the page starts glitching out, changes all the thumbnails to 666, and the webpage in general just becomes a little bit more twisted and corrupted. But that's not its final form. Its final form is when it finally shows up the channel with a bunch of videos that you can click on. The user proceeds to watch a couple, and then finally settles on one that first gives an error, and then once they close out the error, it plays just one of the standard creepy videos. But what's different about this one is the user is no longer able to go back in the page, and they're no longer able to exit or shut down their computer. At that point, the video cuts to a kind of cheesy transmission screen. But for an iconic video from 2008, the editing is fantastic, especially when there wasn't a whole lot of tools like we have nowadays. I'm still not entirely sure how all they did it, but I do have to believe, since this channel focuses a lot on animation, that they used Adobe Flash. That was a pretty popular program back in the day. But yeah, for the time, this is a fantastic video. Even today, it still holds up pretty great. It's less scary now that we know, it's fake, obviously. But yeah, for username 666, it's an iconic video which later got a creepypasta about it, and I plan on doing a proper creepypasta reading of it sometime later this week or next. But yeah, let's move on to the lesser known video titled Another YouTuber. Another YouTube starts off fairly similar to the last video. In fact, this video is almost a more refined version of 666. Not in necessarily the story, but in the way that it's presented. It starts off with the user going to their YouTube page and finding a new option called Try Another YouTube. Now this button seems to corrupt the page, very similar to how username 666 did. With that, they go back and forth a few times before deciding to finally explore a couple of the videos. Now, the videos are very similar to username 666, a bunch of jumbled stuff that you don't really understand. What makes this different, though, is it seems to actually be spying on him a little bit more, or her, in the way that the webcam pops up and starts showing the dramatic and desperate mouse movement to try to exit the page and shut down. Now, much like the previous one, all attempts to try to do this fail. But overall, the editing is a lot more coherent and not believable, but better made is really the only way I can describe it. It's kind of a hidden gem where, unlike username 666, which is a fairly well-known video, this one seems to have flown under the radar. I'm not entirely sure why, but it's a very well-made video. And that was our look at the channel. Now, what can I say that hasn't been said before? I mean, just the way it's edited, the unique art style, the proper convey of panic as the user realizes they can't exit the webpage or shut down their computer in both videos. It's very well put together, and honestly, it's refreshing to look at this. While yes, it was made in 2008, it still holds up a lot today, besides the old YouTube layout, which, in my opinion, looks a little bit better than today's. Less modern, sure, but more usable. But yeah, it's a really unique channel, and I implore you all to take a look. They have years of content. They're still uploading today. A lot of it seems to be Minecraft Let's Plays or them developing a horror game nowadays, but it's still very interesting. Especially, I only went over 2 of these type of videos, but they have a lot more. In fact, one of the videos used in username 666 was actually uploaded as a black and white video, completely detached from it before. And it's just very trippy. Clearly, this person is very talented and has a keen eye for art and unique visual flares. And I can't recommend you guys check it out enough. The link to the channel will be down in the description below. And yeah, until the next video, guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.